Hello, and my name is Peggy Phoenix Dubrow. I am known around the world as the originator of a body of work called the EMF balancing technique. I have a book that was published in 2002 called Elegant Empowerment in 6 different languages. The courses are taught with written manuals that are in 14 different languages around the world. We have a fly saying hello. It's always something to bug you in one's life, perhaps, and that's what we've got now. I think I want to restart that because this.
No, don't worry.
Is it okay?
It's
all right.
very informal.
It's very informal. All right. So hopefully I won't eat the bug as it's flying around here. So let me just. So I've written and I've written many things, but the first book was Elegant Empowerment. I had invited a physicist to co-author with me, and it was one of the first in the genre for science and spirituality. And my work is very spiritual based, it's holistic based, and wellness and wholeness. And I'm also very driven, and I don't know why, but to be able to move beyond the New Age and to be representative and to encourage others to continue to take what we have out into the world beyond the New Age. There are many of us who are thinking with our, I always encourage people, think with your heart, feel with your mind. Now we have heart math and there's science that is telling us that indeed there are more neurons in the heart than there are in the brain. There's a whole new way of thinking and being. For those of you that do write metaphysically, I see a lot of our words out there in car commercials in countries all over the world. I see a lot of our ideas that are being transformed to be able to market products, from bags that are called evolution to one funny story, and then I just want to share this with you. I was in Russia. I turn on the TV on the English channel, and there's white letters that go across the screen, and it says, "Are you ready to go quantum?" And I thought I was in an altered reality, and I looked and I said, well, yes, of course I am. And in the next scene, there's a big shoe in a puddle, and it was an advertisement for a quantum sneaker that you can run in the rain, and you can run in the snow, and in all the weather in Russia, and you're just going to be fine. So I see that we all have something to offer, these unique perspectives. And right now I'm starting to feel those of you that will watch this. I'm feeling your hearts. I'm feeling your minds. And I'm understanding more of what is appropriate to say here to you. Having the experience I have, being a speaker all over the world, my work in 70 countries, and a book already published, and all of the recognition, I went to an introductory talk by Tom, and I found that I could write freely from my heart and talk about my own experience, and I found this flow, and I thought it was really wonderful. So I decided to sign up for this workshop. In this workshop, you will meet yourself. I was really surprised at the amount of resistance I had. As a matter of fact, Tom said to me, "You're hiding." And I realized I've been hiding behind the science. And I realized I've been hiding, clustered in what we call the metaphysical community, the New Age community. I'm part of that. And at the same time, my being has wanted to push out into the world. The energy work that I have has actually been recognized by the German government and Australian government. And it's going into community colleges in different countries around the world. What I'm saying to you here is that it's time to build the bridges. So when I came to this writing conference, I wanted to be able to build the bridges. I wanted to be able to write a book, to talk about how there is so much more to us than we can see, to talk about what it means to take responsibility for our thoughts, our words, our actions, our emotions, and our intents, but to be able to speak to people in a way that they could hear me. And so these days, when I'm in the airport, people say, "What do you do?" And instead of saying, I teach people about the electromagnetic field of their body and how it affects their wellness and how it affects their wholeness and just how connected we all are, I say I teach people how to manage their personal energy, and they want to know more. In this workshop, I wrote my book as if I was sitting next to someone. They've become characters. It's partly me, it's partly my husband, it's 2 people that are travelers. They meet in the airport and they start to talk. And I was able to let these characters talk. And some of the things that were in my head were, well, if I write this, then I know somebody's going to contradict it and say that. And I was really trying to find all the right words. And instead, first, what happened for me is I had an emotional release. What I realized for me is the work I do around the world and dedicated my life to is like making these beautiful sand mandalas everywhere I go. And we have these beautiful events. I have people from countries all over the world come together. We do the work, and then we leave, and the wind blows away this beautiful pattern. It becomes part of us. And I've wanted to write from my heart. I wanted to write in a way to be heard, because I write so esoterically that it was difficult for people to understand. I discovered here in this workshop my ability to be able to speak to someone that I would meet in the street, to be able to tell the story, and then to present the concepts of how to manage your energy, understanding your energy anatomy, and that it's possible, it's there, but given it in a story that the characters speak what someone may be thinking while they're reading this information. Ultimately, all of it is for all of us to awake at this time. I honor all of you that are putting your words on paper. I honor all of you that are putting your energy into creating your writing, your work. I too now have joined you writing from my heart. I am willing to be more open. What I found is that Tom Bird himself is quite a catalyst. He brings you to those parts of yourself you were hiding, and he says, in a very unique way, come on out of there and come be present and discover the author within you, that authentic voice within you. And I have found it. And as I speak to you now, my heart feels full. We do indeed have the opportunity to think with our hearts and feel with our minds, and we're going to see more of that expressed. And I wish all of you well with your writing. I encourage you, if you've been on the edge, or even if you've accomplished writing and you feel a call to another level, Tom's ways are a little bit different than what you may know, but the man is genuine and authentic. He believes in himself in a certain way that he's also able to project that to you so that you believe in yourself and you can move beyond the catharsis. And I'm amazed. I have a book, and the people that I've taught all around the world have been waiting for this particular book that is easy to understand and easy to apply to one's everyday life. For indeed, the divine is in the details, and we are our own path. So, in the energy of infinite love, I honor you. And Tom.
Thanks. Very